Hi, my name is Brian Penny, and I'm a freelance writer. Today, what we're going to talk about is 3 common SEO myths and misconceptions. Now, in my freelance writing, now in my freelance writing career, I have ghostwritten for several SEO companies, SEO firms, and SEO consultants. In that time, I've learned quite a bit about not only about search engine optimization and content marketing and digital marketing in general, but also about some of the snake oil that's being sold in these industries, about how all that works. So the first common myth that I hear all the time is that you only rank for one search term and you have to rank for a specific search term. This is just not true. Articles don't rank just for one search term. It's not like you write something specifically for SEO optimization, and every time everyone types in SEO optimization, that's the article that it gets, and there's no other search terms. In reality, you rank for thousands of different search terms. I have one article that was all about what oils can and can't be dissolved in vegetable glycerin. So one would think that dissolving oils, using oils in vegetable glycerin would be the search term. In reality, I get all sorts of random search terms that are all about, can olive oil be used in vape pens? Can coconut oil be used in vape pens? Corn syrup, alcohol, all sorts of different oils. Some of them I named in the article, some of them I didn't. It's just that because that article covers the general topic and explains the general overview of everything, I get a lot of more specific, what are called long tail keywords. So I wrote that as a generalized, I knew the knowledge. I wasn't really searching for any specific terms to be able to rank for, but I understood vaping. I had been there on the ground floor, and so I wrote an article about what I knew. And that helped out immensely. That gets a lot of traffic from a lot of things that I never would have thought to rank for. The same thing with dissolving drugs in vegetable glycerin to vape. I didn't go through and name every single drug, but people will find me whenever they're looking for any type of drug, meth, heroin, things like that, how to put them into a vape pen. The same thing happens with several of my articles, where it's not necessarily the key term that you put into Yoast, it's not necessarily the key term that you put into the title. It's the information that people are looking for that they'll find. How to find a drug dealer. They'll look for some very specific cities, very specific drugs, a bunch of different street names for drugs I'd never even heard of. And so I end up ranking for all of these searches and ranking well because there's not very much information out there, and I'm competing against forums that are often the SWIM forums and things like that are often shut down. And a lot of that information is on the dark web and the deep web. So there's low competition, and I'm able to rank very well for those. The second common myth that I hear a lot is always about having to manually index everything with Google. Yes, you can index things with Google, Bing, and all the other search engines, but it's not necessary. These search engines are designed to, they have crawlers that will go crawl the internet and look for all the information. They're not, depending on everybody who's just submitting that information. They're going to look for that information wherever they can find it, and they're constantly trying to index the web. So you don't have to actually submit anything to any of these places because they're going to find your content sooner or later anyways. It might be 48-hour difference between you manually doing it and it automatically doing it. And whenever you read these SEO articles, they constantly tell you to do it, but again, it's not necessary, just like you're never ranking for just the one search term. And then the third common myth is that SEO is not an end-all solution. You can download Yoast, you can follow all of these, Neil Patel and all these other search engine places. You can do everything right, and you still won't get the traffic that you need because you're not, you're still not providing the value. What really matters is the value. You have to be creating content that provides value to the searchers. That's what Google is counting on. They're trying to provide the most valuable resources to whoever's using it. And if you try to game the system and follow all the technical terms, be technically correct on everything, you're going to miss out on, the major thing, which is to actually provide the information, be educational, be informative, be entertaining whenever necessary. And that is much more important, infinitely more important than just following this generic SEO advice. So when you're looking to build a website, make sure that what you're building is providing value, that it's a usable site, that it's actually, it looks good, that it's doing what it needs to do and what people are expecting when they're searching for whatever it is that they're searching for. And that will get you more traffic. That will get you referral traffic. That'll get people sharing it on social media. And that is infinitely better than anything that, writing for the search engines, because ultimately the search engines are there to serve the customer, the person, the end user. And all of those algorithms, trying to game those algorithms is, that's what it is. It's a game. It's not real. It's not going to get you anywhere. You're not going to become anything without, actually providing true value to your readers. So if you have any other questions about SEO, I am an expert on this. I have done quite a bit of work. I've written a lot of the articles you've probably read, just didn't realize they were me. And I do know what I'm talking about, but I don't sell SEO services. I'm not an SEO consultant, so I have no stake in any of this. I will give you, the real answer of what it is that I've seen over the years and what it is I've tried myself that has worked. But, again, it's all a crapshoot. There's, a million bloggers that you're competing with at any given moment, and, a million different websites. So you're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to put in all the effort, and the devil's in the details. So whoever puts in all that information and does all the work and does it right is who's eventually going to win. That's just something to keep in mind whenever you're, hoping to make a lot of money off of a website. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and I'll leave you links to my blog to explain some more information about SEO being snake oil and some of the good and bad that I've seen over the years in the description. Have a great day.